Hey, this is Roderick from Toy Masters Video Magazine, here at the Toy Fair for 2020 in New York City at the Jacob Javits Convention Center. As I said, in New York City. We're here with John Rood from Dark Horse.
That's right.
They have some fantastic toys and statues coming out. John here is one of the most excellent experts on the dog.
Well, yeah.
Don't worry, trust me, he's an expert and everything. He knows everything about this stuff and everything.
We'll see.
Oh, see, okay.
Until the comment section. Until the comment section.
With that, John, walk us through. Let us know what's coming out from Dark Horse.
Definitely. Awesome. Well, first of all, thank you for coming by and swinging by. Happy to ramble about all of the amazing properties that we have coming up. Over to our right here, you can kind of see with this amazing banner is we have the Netflix series of Umbrella Academy. Season 2 is coming up pretty soon. I can neither confirm nor deny any dates, but some new posters have just been revealed this week, so feel free to check that out. And actually to our right over here, we have a plethora of different products available that are going to be coming out later in 2020. So right down here is we have an enamel pin set, which is actually going to be in a blind box. That's going to be coming out later this year. We work directly with Gerard Way of My Chemical Romance and Gabriel Ba, the amazing artist of the original comic books that the Netflix series was based off of. So we have a wealth of character designs from the comic books. So we work with them to find out which enamel pins that they want to work with. And yeah, so over on our left here these are all of the approved and that we were able to get produced over in our factories before ToyFair started. And over on the right here are other enamel pins that are going to be included in the blind boxes as well. And those that are fans of the comic books know the characters, but I won't regale you with all of that information now. We'll talk about that later if you want. And then over on our right here, these are new products that literally arrived in our warehouses this week that are available online or at your local stores right now. And then so for figural things that we have coming up for Umbrella Academy, we're really excited that we have the two different licenses to play with. We have the Netflix show, so we have the prop replicas of the figures that are actually seen in the first season of all of the kids from the Academy. The eagle-eyed fans of the show will be able to see them throughout the series. So yeah, we have those coming out later this year. And then to the right, we have the characters that were actually rendered from the comic book series in a brand new stylized figural. We wanted this to become a Dark Horse series, but if they do well, we can kind of play around with other properties and see what we can do in the same kind of stylistic design. But these are all of the same characters as seen in the comic books. Cool. And then something that I am most excited about, being the nerd that I am, is CyberPunk 2077 that's coming out, and we have the luxury of working directly with CD Projekt Red, and through our success from our Witcher figure lines, we kind of segued that into our upcoming CyberPunk 2077 figures. So earlier this week, we kind of revealed the male V figure, which is going to be coming out just prior to game launch. And we were over the moon and super excited that the breathtaking Johnny Silverhand figure actually arrived at our hotel days before the event, New York Toy Fair. And CD Projekt Red, like ourselves, loved the paint and loved the sculpt and wanted us to show it off to people. So this is kind of a New York Toy Fair reveal. So we're really excited to show that off. It hasn't been approved by Keanu Reeves yet, but we hope he likes it. Also, if you can see the aviator glasses, those are actually removable as well. So it's kind of cool. You have options available to you. Yeah. So, and then also we were surprised that the sculpt of Jackie actually arrived along with Johnny Silverhand. So obviously he's going to be painted in the long term, but right now we're able to show off this giant figure. Interesting fact, you can kind of see the bases are a little bit different between the three figures. Jackie was so big that we actually had to increase the size of the base. So all of the bases will be the same size in the long term, but right now we wanted to be able to show the base, the sculpts as they were. And then on the other side of this, you'll be able to see all the other if you want to take a look now or maybe later, whichever you prefer. Oh, well, take it now. We have also the other Cyberpunk merchandise that actually arrived in our warehouse along with the Umbrella Academy. We have the Johnny Silverhand emblem keychains. We have a Night City keychain because that's the city that Cyberpunk 2077 is based off of. We have magnets and the Johnny Silverhand pin and the coaster set. So those are available right now to order from your local comic book shop, retail store, hobby store, or online. Just Google it and you'll be able to find it. We're, as a distributor, we sell to pretty much anybody that wants to carry our stuff. So, yeah.
Are you letting them determine the price of the product?
Oh, well, the prices are listed on each of the card too. I want to make sure that I don't stumble over it and say the wrong thing. But yeah, the silver hand, all of these keychains are $9.99. Keychains, magnets, enamel pin, $9.99. The patch, actually, which is actually spinning around underneath the figure, that guy is $4.99 or $7.99. I apologize. Don't quote me on that, internets. And all of the figures that you've seen so far for the CyberPunk 2077 are going to be $49.99. We wanted to make sure that the quality was immaculate, but we wanted to keep it manageable and accessible to customers. Cool.
And what else do we have?
Oh man, so much. As a nerd, I have the pleasure of being able to work with all of my favorite companies as a kid. One that I'm particularly happy about is that I get to work directly with Konami, because these are the games that built me as a gamer. Castlevania was one of the first NES games that I actually played, so it was kind of a foundational game for me, and Castlevania Symphony of the Night is, in my mind, one of the best games ever, and I play that relentlessly. I actually worked with Konami to screen grab all of the assets personally to work with all of those products, so yeah, it's a pleasure to be able to work with Konami, and I hope if these do well that they'll give me a little bit more wiggle room and I can start experimenting and playing with more products that I can release for Castlevania. And then additionally, we have Last of Us 2, which, like Cyberpunk 2077, is one of the most highly anticipated games of this year. Our first product that we actually made for Ellie was on our Dark Horse Direct, which is our direct-to-consumer program. We did a very large poly-resin stone of this exact same model. It's still a new program through Dark Horse Direct, so we weren't sure what we wanted to limit the size to, so we only did a 500 run, and that sold out within first 45 minutes. So needless to say, people are anticipating this game a lot. So we're really excited to have this, again, $49.99 PVC figure of the same sculpt of that figure that's going to be coming out just prior to game release as well. And then, of course, Hellboy. It wouldn't be Dark Horse if we didn't have some kind of Hellboy love. So for Christmas, we are going to have this Hellboy ornament available. So we're still working on prices because we're working on factory quotes on production runs and things like that. But we want to make sure, again, it's a beautiful figure. We want to make sure it's accessible to display on any tree or mantle or however you want to display them. But we work with Mantic, who actually made the Hellboy board game. We worked with them to make the Hellboy board game, so we have the pleasure of using the sculpts that they used for the figures for the board game to, make this beautiful ornament. On Dark Horse Direct, again, we actually just posted a new Hellboy statue that is modeled after one of those figures as well. We just blew it up, made it into a poly resin, increased the quality and paint of it, and kind of posted it on there. And then also, another one of my longtime favorite companies that I work with is Blizzard. So StarCraft, I spent way too many hours playing StarCraft as a kid. And so being able to make as highly detailed Terran battlecruiser as possible, being able to have that opportunity to work with them is cool. So we have a lot of other vehicles that we're working on right now too, but keep an eye on darkhorse.com for more information on those future vehicles. But right now, so we have the metallic variant that is actually currently available to pre-order on Blizzard Store right now online. And on our right, the Terran Battlecruiser will be available for all retailers, online, your local hobby stores. Yeah, so that's available everywhere for domestic purchase. And then, of course, Game of Thrones was our bread and butter for a long time, so we got to give them some love. We have the Jon Snow premium figure that actually was released last year, and Daenerys. As villainous as she became, she is still as gorgeous as possible, so we have that on the back burner ready to order as soon as people want us to release it, basically. And then we also have the Dragonstone Stein coming out as well. So yeah, those are pretty much all the upcoming things for Dark Horse Comics for 2020. A lot more to come, and yeah, we're excited to show it off to people.
Any new Witcher products you have here? Or?
Oh my God. So yes, we have a lot of things in the back burner, but unfortunately they weren't able to finish approval or sculpting. But if you are fans of the first series of our Witcher figures, like the Geralt, the original Series 1 Geralt, he might be making a reappearance soon with some additional accessories. Additionally, we are reordering the First Order of Triss, and maybe Triss fans have something to look forward to in the future as well as more accessible, lower MSRP products as well, like keychains, enamel pins. We're working on that too. And my wife and I are avid puzzlers, so one of the first products I actually proposed to CD Projekt Red was this guy down here. I am both a mad puzzler and I love fantasy maps, so this was one of the first things I proposed to CD Projekt Red. So, and thank the Lord they actually wanted to do it, so I was actually making it a reality. So, and this is currently available as well, but I like to see puzzles as kind of interactive art, because whenever I make a puzzle, I want to make sure that there isn't any like emblems or product placements or any insignias or anything like that. So when I'm done making the puzzle, I like to glue it and frame it and actually put it on my wall. Okay. Our entire wall is full of Zelda puzzles right now, so I want to even it out with a little bit more Witcher love. But cool, yeah. Thank you for stopping by and for letting me ramble at you about all of our Dark Horse products. We have a lot of amazing things coming out, and thankfully, because of the success of the Witcher Netflix series, we are not stopping making new Witcher products anytime soon, and working with CD Projekt Red is just so amazing that they're just willing to listen to all of my ridiculous product proposals, so it's great. And then with CyberPunk 2077, yeah, we've got a lot of amazing things coming up. Cool.
All right. Well, thank you, John, from Dark Horse and everything, for giving us a rundown of some of the new stuff coming out and what's coming out in the future, even though some of the stuff couldn't be here at the time. Richard.
Patience is a virtue.
Yeah.
Patience is a virtue, so all good things will come in time.
With that, Roderick from Toy Masters Video Magazine, here at Toy Fair 2020 at the Jacob Javits Convention Center in New York City. With that, take it easy, everybody. We will catch you all later.